Netflix is producing a sequel to the 1990s Cosby Show spinoff, A Different World, about students at an HBCU, which of course stands for Help! Bill Cosby's Undressing!
A sheriff's officer in Indiana went into an elementary school to jokingly hand out tickets to students using the phrase 6'7". Everyone had a good laugh. Then he pulled out his gun and said, "Now tell me what it means."
Finally, a new documentary that analyzed Adolf Hitler's DNA shows he suffered from a disease which leads to lower testosterone levels, undescended testicles, and a micropenis. Traits inherited by his...
YouTube
That's the goal.
That's the goal. What's the goal? YouTube has launched a new tool that will allow reporters to flag videos that use AI to recreate their likeness, like these computer-generated reporters. I think I would know if they were using AI. Same Taco Bell person liked it.
The winners of the annual wife-carrying contest in England was a couple from Finland, while once again, the winner of the husband-carrying contest was Scarlett. First ever female governor. Defeating Republican Winsome Earl Sears, who will now have to change her name to Losome Earl Sears.
Taco Bell's announced new additions to their menu, including Diablo-dusted chicken nuggets and Mountain Dew Baja Midnight Pie. In keeping with their new slogan, Taco Bell, Death to America.
The last time the U.S. government shut down was during President Trump's first administration in 2018, which was so long ago, we look like this.
Well, it is nice to start update with some good news for once. There is peace in the Middle East. The only downside is there's war in Chicago. Only Trump could Freaky Friday Chicago and Gaza. And I know Trump is upset that he didn't win the Nobel Peace Prize, but the last guy to send heavily armed men into an American city was Bane from Batman. Bane, who was also snubbed for the Peace Prize.
Volodymyr Zelensky has said that if President Trump provides Ukraine with Tomahawk missiles, he will nominate Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize. You know, the prize they give you for selling missiles.
President Trump met with Chinese President Xi Jinping. When asked how the meeting went, Trump said this.
But overall, I guess on the scale of from 0 to 10, with 10 being the best, I would say the meeting was a 12.
I guess Trump just wanted to show China we're still way worse at math.
Andrew Cuomo spent the last day before the election campaigning around the city in a white Ford Bronco, which is what O.J. Simpson used to get away from police. But at least O.J. was ahead in the race for a while.
The longest government shutdown in history finally ended after 43 days. And you know, first day back in the office, you got to check all those piled up emails.
The World Cup draw was held Friday, and Team USA will first face Paraguay. The U.S. team is heavily favored to beat Paraguay with the help of their star player.
This week, President Trump led a rally celebrating his handling of the economy, which for some reason he held at a casino in the Poconos. Just kind of weird to say, the future is brighter than ever. Isn't that right, woman on oxygen playing the nickel slots?
Justice Department announced that it would not be able to release all of the Jeffrey Epstein files by yesterday's deadline. I guess they kept running out of black ink. Those files were so boring. The only interesting thing I saw was this picture of Bill Clinton hugged up on Melania.
Introduced a bill to make Greenland the 51st state. Meanwhile, Puerto Rico's like, wow, okay.
Vice President J.D. Vance criticized protesters confronting ICE officers, saying they should instead write an op-ed or argue about it on social media. You know, just like these young scholars did on January 6th. I get that ICE agents are people, allegedly, and they have a job to do. But at some point, while you're pepper spraying old ladies or shooting at a nurse, do you ever stop and ask yourself, are we dicks?
Well, let's start with some good news tonight. It was reported that just 20 minutes ago, dry January finally ended. Let's hope it's a wet-ass February.
Actors on CNN are saying that Trump had no authorization for this war, but he actually did. Netanyahu said it was okay. I can't believe our leader could just attack Iran with no vote, no permission from Congress or anything. I mean, what is this, Iran?
The prediction market site Kalshi is being sued for failing to pay out $54 million to people who bet that the Ayatollah Khomeini would leave office before March 1st. Because technically, he never really left the office. Oh, a lot of Ayatollah fans here tonight. Wow.
Khomeini was chosen by Iran's 88-member Assembly of Experts. Make that 62 members. President Trump posted a message on Truth Social reading, "Iran will have a great future. Make Iran great again," or MIGA, as in, this nigga crazy.
This is fun. A Canadian woman was fined more than $25,000 for illegally importing bull semen. Meanwhile, in the U.S., bull semen is sold legally under the name White Claw.
Orthodox Jewish leaders in New York City lashed out at a newly imposed coronavirus restriction in their neighborhoods by setting fires and burning masks. And it's a miracle because the mask burned for 8 nights.
C-SPAN suspended host Steve Scully after he admitted to falsely claiming that his Twitter account was hacked. Wow, just more juicy drama from those messy bitches at C-SPAN.
New Yorker reporter Jeffrey Epstein has been suspended after getting caught masturbating on a Zoom call. And he's from the New Yorker, so you know that jerk was dry as hell.
Experts say that Joe Biden could win in Georgia if he can assemble a coalition of black voters, white women, and rural voters. So basically, The Voice.
Trump has reportedly said to allies that he will have to be dragged out of the White House kicking and screaming. Good.
Former Presidents Barack Obama, George W. Bush, and Bill Clinton have all volunteered to film themselves getting shots of the COVID vaccine. And to reach their target demos, Obama's will air on MSNBC, Bush's on Fox News, and Clinton's on Brazzers.
The Texas lawsuit asked the Supreme Court to invalidate election results in 4 other states, which is a plan so crazy, only Texas would try to execute it. Many black doctors are saying that they are having a hard time convincing their patients to take the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines, which is weird because Moderna vaccine is my favorite Tyler Perry character.
A man in New York State was trapped inside his car for 10 hours overnight when a plow covered his car in 4 feet of snow. Even more amazing, his wife believed that story.
President Biden signed an executive order urging U.S. agencies to buy American-made products. Unfortunately, the only products still made in America are tactical gear for white militias and student loan debt. West Virginia has emerged as a leader in the country for distributing the coronavirus vaccine. They were able to get people to come in for the vaccinations by simply putting up a sign.
My Pillow CEO Mike Lindell released a 3-hour movie which he claims will 100% show that China and other countries stole the election from Donald Trump. Even worse, Lindell plays the part of Xi Jinping.
Donald Trump's impeachment, House managers showed security footage of Capitol rioters violently attacking police. But here's a little Black history lesson for you. Just because there's video evidence doesn't mean you're going to get a conviction.
Catholic leaders issued new pandemic guidelines for Ash Wednesday, discouraging priests from wiping ashes directly off people's foreheads. And I think no touching could just be a great new rule in general.
The Biden administration is hoping to persuade more black people to get vaccinated by setting up vaccination sites in churches. And I'm sure Biden means well, but that is such an old white guy idea. You know that idea started with the words, "Hey, you know what those people love?"
Mitch McConnell, seen here authorizing the vet to put his kid's dog to sleep. He said that he's open to the discussion of gun control laws, but what he's not attracted to is something that doesn't work. And you know he's attracted to something because his neck pouch will inflate.
President Biden unveiled his $2 trillion infrastructure plan, which some Democrats are calling the New Deal. But I thought we weren't allowed to make fun of his stutter. Biden plans to pay for his infrastructure plan by raising taxes on corporations and the wealthy, which, yeah, sounds like a great idea, but it leaves me with one big question. How do I hide my money?
California Governor Gavin Newsom, who asks his barber for the American Psycho. He has announced a complete reopening plan that critics are saying is just a distraction from the governor's many scandals. It's a move that has other governors asking, did it work?
Jeff Bezos' rocket company, Blue Origin, is auctioning off one seat on the first flight of its passenger rocket. Wow. Why are all these rich white people trying to go to space? Look, if there's any Martians watching this, when you see a bunch of foreign ships pull up on your land, take it from a black dude, don't get on them. Unless you want to be a Martian with the last name Washington.
Guys, great news this week. The CDC announced that fully vaccinated people no longer have to wear masks or socially distance, except if you go to most places. Anyway, have fun out there.
In the wake of the ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas, insiders praised President Biden's light touch when dealing with Benjamin Netanyahu. But in fairness, everything Biden does involves some kind of touch.
Piers Morgan announced that he's stepping down from his low-rated CNN talk show. Morgan says he wants to spend more time gradually morphing into a potato. While speaking at the Conservative Political Action Conference, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul criticized NSA privacy violations, asking, will we be like lemmings, rushing to the comfort of Big Brother's crushing embrace? Or will we be like Rand Paul, not quite understanding what lemmings do? A report on the Bridgegate scandal, which was compiled by a team picked by New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, was released Thursday and clears the governor of any wrongdoing. And you can totally trust it because it was fact-checked by independent investigator Trish Trishti. An increasing number of drivers from Colorado are reporting when they're out of state, they're being profiled by police who pull them over searching for marijuana. Or perhaps, for some strange reason, people from Colorado are getting more paranoid. Kim Jong-un this week was re-elected as leader of North Korea, winning 100% of the vote, easily defeating his challenger or else. LA Clippers owner Donald Sterling was banned for life this week by the NBA for making a series of racist remarks, after which I'm guessing he made a few more. While Western leaders were debating further sanctions for Russia for annexing Crimea, Vladimir Putin this week attended a Russian military celebration in Crimea. Putin made the trip after asking himself, as always, what would King Joffrey do? Scientists reported this week that the rapid melting of the vast glaciers of western Antarctica has reached the point of no return. For more on this story, check out the new film, Worried Feet. I'm really worried.
But we're going to Michael Che.
Good night.